Students, a very good morning to all of you. As you know, we are doing the textual analysis of the poem Background Casually by Nissim Ezekiel. I hope you have opened the text that I shared with you. So let us come to the second section of the poem where he talks about his experiences in the city of London. The section begins here. 22, time to go abroad. First the decision, then a friend to pay the fare. Philosophy, poverty, and poetry, these companions shared my basement room. So, as we know, that Ezekiel was not born in a very rich family, and he had a dream to go abroad to experience, to gain a first-hand experience of the intellectual life that was there in London in the mid of the 20th century. So now this dream, it gets fulfilled with the help of one of his friend, and the name of this friend is Ibrahim Al-Qazi, who gave him a one-way ticket to England. So in England he has three companions: philosophy, poverty, and poetry. He has been a poor, as we know, not that much rich uh, right from his boyhood. He is a poor person there, and now he has two companions with him, that is his love for philosophy and his love for poetry. And these were his companions in the basement room where he lived. The London seasons passed me by. I lay in bed 2 years alone, and then a woman came to tell my willing ears I was the son of a man. In London, he led a hard and cheerless life without bothering about the happenings around him. So, here in the poem, we find a reference to a woman who entered in his life. He fell in love with her, but soon this affair also came to an end. And then a woman came to tell my willing ears I was the son of a man. I knew that I had failed in everything, a bitter thought. So this affair also failed, and it made him miserable, and he came to this conclusion that his life has been totally a failure. The sense of failure makes him realize that it was useless to stay in London and thus waste his time. So, in an English cargo ship, taking French guns and mortar shells to Indochina, scrub the decks and learn to laugh again at home. So now, heartbroken and miserable, he decides to come back India once again, his homeland, but he is apprehensive as well. So, as he had no money, he had to work as a sailor, scrubbing decks and carrying coal on an English ship taking ammunition to Indochina. He had an apprehension that was that of adjustment. While back in India, he had to face the problem of adjustment. How to feel at home was the point. As we learned yesterday, that he had to adjust a lot in the Catholic school where he studied, because he had Hindu and Christian schoolmates who laughed at him, who jeered at him, and who accused him to be a murderer of Christ. How to feel at home was the point. Some reading had been done, but what had I observed except my own exasperation? So he had experienced a lot till now, but more was yet to come. He was a drifter in a sense, and realized his folly. Such has been his past about which he has written, although there is much left to write about it. And there is a certain shift in his thought process, and he writes, all Hindus are like that. My father used to say, when someone talked too loudly or knocked at the door like the devil, they hawked and spat, they sprawled around. I prepared for the worst. Married, changed jobs, and saw myself as a fool. So he comes back India, he gets married, a son is born to him, and suddenly he shifts to past. He remembers his ancestors who worked very hard to earn their livelihood, who used to earn their living by crushing seeds into oil. He recalls the scene of the oil seed crushing machine round which he hooded Balak used to move continually for hours together. So students, today we end here, we finish here our lecture today. We will continue and we will try to finish the poem Background Casually in our next class. Thank you very much.